Welcome back to another episode of Baseball in the Bible. I am Riker Dotson here with my father, Ryan Dotson, kicking it off for Season 3.
Season 3. Nothing's really changing, but we're just saying Season 3.
But we're here.
Season 2, we had a new set. Season 3.
Same set.
Same set, but we're kicking it off. Going to have some fresh guests and some fun things as we keep on moving down this road here. So
yep, we're enjoying it.
We're enjoying it. So yep, Season 3 officially underway, and we're gonna have a special guest tonight. I'm pushing that off till next week's episode.
So be ready for that because we have another guest.
But tonight we're just gonna kind of get caught up. We've been out
of town. So the last two episodes
we pre-recorded, and if you did watch those, you can probably tell that based on our reaction. Again, we were just kind of predicting what might happen.
Maybe.
And those things have then since happened, and we have to discuss them only because
cover them.
It was a big deal. Yeah,
it's a huge deal.
The home run derby, we highlighted that. We had last week's episode. We
pulled off a miracle.
We did the gaming episode. And nowhere did we predict that
Jordan Walker
would win the home run derby.
No,
but he did. So congratulations, Jordan Walker. Actually, we get a standing ovation here.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, he deserved that.
Jaywalk.
Being Kyle Schwarber, who saw that coming?
Jaywalk in an epic home run derby. Yes, coming back, 6 home runs in a row to take down the hometown guy, getting booed. It was crazy fun.
The villain.
It was crazy fun.
It was amazing, man.
I love him. Didn't see it coming.
Didn't see it coming either, and I was running around the living room when it happened.
Yes. So again, I know it's old,
it's very
but we
old
haven't had a chance to address it in real time. And so, congratulations to our boy Jaywalk, first Cardinal to win the home run derby, which is pretty crazy because Pujols and Big Mac have been in it, but Jaywalk's the first one. So he won. AL won the All-Star game pretty
easily.
Unexciting 4-0 game there. And then the second half has kicked off, and we're going to get into that and see where we're at. But also something else that's happened since we've been gone and just happened was had Hall of Fame weekend.
Yes, that did happen.
Right, and so had three players go into the Hall of my my lifetime, and guys that I watched play. So they're fairly young guys.
Yeah.
But for you and for some of our other audience, they still may be names that you've heard of, but not guys that you know much about. So we're going to highlight those 3 as our players of the week as they were inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
They deserve it.
They deserve it. So we're going to read a little bit about it, just learn a little bit, some quick stats on these 3 guys. Carlos Beltran, Jeff Kent, and Andrew Jones.
Okay.
The 3 players that went into the Hall this past week. So real quick, Carlos Beltran is a Puerto Rican outfielder, played for 7 teams from 1998 to 2017. He was a switch hitter through right. Made his MLB debut September 14th, 1998 for the Royals, and his last appearance October 1st, 2017 for the Astros. Career batting average of .279, had 2,725 hits, 435 home runs, 1,587 runs batted in. He came in again with the Royals and began to make his name there, played from 98 to 2004. Then he played for the Astros in 2004, had an unbelievable, that was the team the Cardinals played in the NLCS to get to the World Series. He was unbelievable in that. He had a great postseason career, which also helped his Hall of Fame candidacy. Then he went to the Mets from 05 to 11, played for the Giants in 11. Then he came to the best team in the world, played for the Cardinals in 12 and 13, had 2 great years for the Cards. Went to the Yankees 14, 15, 16, wrapped up 2016 with the Rangers, and then again the Astros in 2017. I think most known for his time with the Mets, probably. And Wayne right here. had a great, in order to clinch the 2006 World Series. If you look up that highlight, Wayno froze him at the plate, Game 7, to wrap up the pennant with old Uncle Charlie. Froze him. But outside of that, Carlos had a great postseason career and great career. So congratulations to him. 9-time All-Star, World Series champ with the Astros in 2017, AL Rookie of the Year, 3-time Gold Glove Award winner, 2-time Silver Slugger Award, Roberto Clemente Award in 2013. He's in the Mets Hall of Fame. And now a member of the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Had 84.2% of the vote. His 4th time on the ballot. So congratulations to Carlos for making it in the Hall. The next guy, Jeff Kent. He batted right through right. Made his MLB debut April 12th, 1992 for the Blue Jays. He played second base. Carlos was an outfielder. I don't know if I said that, but second base was Jeff Kent, April 12th, 1992. Last appearance, September 27th, 2008 for the Dodgers. Career batting average of .290, 2,461 career hits, 377 home runs, 1,518 runs batted in. Played for the Blue Jays in 92, Mets 92 to 96, Indians in 96. And then the team he's most known for, I would say, the Giants, 97 to 2002. He was really great during that time. Him and Bonds were quite the combination. Astros 2003 to 04, Dodgers 05 to 08. 5-time All-Star, NL MVP in 2000, 4-time Silver Slugger Award, San Francisco Giants Hall of Fame, and again, Hall of Fame this year. 87.5% of the vote. Through the Baseball Era Committee. So he didn't make it on the first run through the voting process, but then this Baseball Era Committee has been formed for that kind of thing to try to make sure that, guys don't fall through the cracks sometime in this voting process. So Jeff Kenworthy, Hall of Famer. So congrats to him. And then Andrew Jones was the other player elected this year. Andrew was a center fielder, one of the greatest defensive center fielders ever. Batted right through right. Made his MLB debut August 15th, 1996 for the Braves, and wrapped up his career actually over in Japan playing for the Golden Eagles. His last MLB appearance was October 3rd, 2012 for the Yankees. His career batting average, .254, 434 home runs, 1,289 runs batted in. Played for the Braves again. This is where he's most known for. Had some of his greatest success. 96 to 2007. Dodgers 2008, Rangers 2009, White Sox 2010, Yankees 11 and 12, and then wrapped up his career again in Japan with the Golden Eagles 13 and 14. 5-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glove Award winner. He had great offensive stats, but he's probably in the Hall more for his defense. Yep. Silver Slugger Award winner 05, Hank Aaron Award winner 05, home run leader 05, RBI leader 05. Numbers retired by the Braves. He's in the Braves Hall of Fame. And again, he was elected with 78.4% of the vote. This was his 9th time on the ballot. So he made it in with one more year to spare there. So 3 kind of contemporary players of at least of my time, just before yours, but 3 worthy guys that made it into the Hall. So congratulations to those guys. Our players of the week, the highest honor you can achieve in sports.
Yeah, and if you're like my dad, I hope that triggered some nostalgia for you. And if you're like me and knew very little about those people, then the more you know. So
the more you know.
The more you
Hopefully
know.
you learn something.
Hopefully you learn something.
That's right. So they were great players. Great players. All right. So those are the kind of things that have happened while we've been out. And so we just wanted to try to get caught up, and we're going to get caught up on some standings here because some of that's changed a little bit and starting to find out who's legit, who's contenders, and who's not, and who's going to be buyers and sellers, which is what we're going to talk about next. Yeah, because the trade deadline, as this airs, is tomorrow. It's August 3rd at 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And so as you're watching this week, things are going to be changing if they haven't already. And so we were going to talk about that, but we'll just get a quick update on some of the standings. And we'll start, as we always do, in the Central. And this one is hard for us to discuss. But the Brewers are playing well, but unfortunately the Cubs are hanging in there. Cubs have been playing good ball, which stinks. But the Brewers are up. They're 5.5 up still on the Cubs. Third is the Pirates, Cards, then the Reds. So for the first time, as we're recording the episode this year, this baseball season, the Cards are under 500. So as we head into the deadline, it looks like they're going to be sellers. The Braves are still up on the East, kind of pulled away a little. Widened the gap a little bit since the break, up 6 games on the Phils. Marlins, who were hot, that's all get out coming in the break, have been cold coming out. They're 8 back. And the Nats, surprisingly, are only 8 back, above 500. And then you got the Mets way back there. The Dodgers still sitting good. D-backs are 11 back, but the D-backs are playing good ball. They're part of the reasons the Cardinals have been struggling out of the break is because the D-backs have been
absolutely pounding them.
Padres been playing better as well, which affects the trade deadline because of Mason Miller. And they're in the wild card hunt, as we'll talk about in a second. Tampa Bay leading the East, 1.5 up on the Yanks. Boston, who's been playing better, 7 back, but very much in the wild card race. In the Central, White Sox continue to do it. 4 games over 500. They're 1.5 up on Cleveland. Minnesota's 2 back. Detroit, 5.5 back there. Texas is 2 games up on Houston in the West, 2.5 up on Seattle. And then the wild card, which is always fun. You've got the Cubs in the first spot in the NL. Diamondbacks and the Phils are tied for second and third spot. Padres only 1.5 out. Pirates 2, Marlins 2, Cards 3. So Cards not out of it, but got to be playing better. Wild card in the American League, Yankees are in good position there. Red Sox 1.5 up on the third spot, which is Cleveland. But then you've got Minnesota, Houston, Seattle, Baltimore, all within 2 games. Detroit within 4 games. So, a lot has, again, stayed the same, but some of the gaps are widening, and we're starting to see, again, who's going to be buyers and sellers at the break. So,
and I'll say this. I've never not enjoyed a go around the league as much as I just did right now because the Cardinals are under 500 and the Cubs are doing good.
I know, and they're playing each other, as we're recording this, and it's not going well for the Cards either. So,
which is funny.
Tough times, but we knew coming into the season it's a rebuild.
Yeah, it is.
They kind of got our hopes up this first part. But.
Well, yeah, that's what I came into the season it's a rebuild. I'm not expecting much, and then they do the first half of the season, and I'm like, oh my goodness, they're doing good. And then they just absolutely slap you in the face and remind you, hey, we're still rebuilding.
Yes.
But
it's all right.
Yeah.
Again, we're not giving up yet.
No.
So we'll see what they do. Just real quick, we're going to talk about some of the names that are likely to be traded.
Yeah.
The big name, obviously, out there is Skubal.
Yeah, Terry Skubal.
And whether he will or not, it's hard for me to. It's hard to predict, but the teams that are supposed to be interested in him, well, everybody would be, but Yankees are in. The Rays, from what you're hearing now, the Rays and the Brewers, which are 2 surprising teams, honestly.
Yeah.
Those are not 2 teams that usually kind of go all in on a free agent or a trade piece like that because you're going to have to give up
something.
a lot to get them.
Yeah, true.
But they're supposedly the kind of and that would mean for either of those teams that would be huge if they got Skubal.
Well, yeah. Imagine Tarek Skubal and Mizorowski pitching
Oh my
side
goodness!
by side.
I mean that you're right. I mean that could be
that's a powerhouse rotation.
That could get you very far in and of itself, right there.
Yeah, just those two pounding the zone.
Yeah, Braves, Yankees. And it's the Dodgers.
Oh my gosh!
If somehow that happens,
I'm going to stop. Yeah, no.
Just it won't.
At this point, hand them the trophy.
It should be
call
illegal.
the season.
So whatever happens, please don't let Skubal go to the Dodgers. I would rather have him go to the Rays and Brewers.
If any of the Detroit staff, for some reason, is watching this, please, for everyone's sakes, don't. I could care less who he goes to. Just don't send him to the Dodgers.
Or the Cubs.
But more specifically, the Dodgers.
All right. Another part, we're going to get to some of the other names, but one position that is very coveted as we head into this trade deadline is the position of catcher. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of these contending teams are looking for a catcher. So we're going to talk through some of those. Shea Langoliers for the A's, the All-Star, would have been a very high candidate to be traded. Would have made a lot of sense, but he just tore his meniscus, and so his season comes to an end, and so he will not be traded. Hunter Goodman for the Rockies, having an outstanding year, also made the All-Star team, has 3 years of club control remaining, which makes it unlikely that he'll be traded. Usually you're trading these guys that maybe are either going to be free agents this offseason or at the most next year, and you feel like I can't re-sign them, so I got to get something for him, like Skubal. But if you got 3 years left with the guy and he's kind of had a breakout, most likely you're not going to trade him, but we'll see if they were offered a ton. One surprising name that popped up that I wasn't expecting was Adley Rutschman for the Orioles, but he has 1 year of club control remaining. But he was he's kind of been him and Gunnar, kind of the franchise cornerstones of that team. So I would be surprised on that one. Yeah. Again, anything's possible if you're blown away with some crazy offer. But the name mentioned most often is Ryan Jeffers for the Twins, but they're still in it. So we will see on that. But the Yankees continue to be a logical destination for Jeffers if he's traded. But we'll see what happens there. Liam Hicks for the Marlins. Again, with the Marlins kind of struggling again now, it's possible that he could be traded. Tyler Stevenson for the Reds is another one mentioned. And then for us, for our team, that could be one of the trades the Cardinals make because we do have a surplus of catchers right now. We have Pedro Pages, who's basically been kind of reduced to just backup. He's a very good defensive catcher, just not an offensive guy. So he could help there. We have Jimmy Crooks. Ivan Herrera is actually being mentioned.
Don't.
Well, the reason is our number one prospect is a catcher.
Okay.
And our number 5 prospect, Leo Bernal, and then Reinel Rodriguez, who's the number 12 overall prospect. So we got 2 studs coming up. So they're going to have to. They got a surplus. They're going to, those would be some names that could be thrown, traded. Mason Miller is the other big name.
Oh wow!
Out there for the Pods, and a couple days ago, even a week ago, it looked like for sure he would be traded. But now, again, the Padres are in it. They're only 1.5 games out, so we'll see what happens. Again, they're going to have to be blown away, but. The market there's really all of those same teams that I read for Skubal would be in it for the most part on a guy like Mason Miller.
Yeah.
Other guys that could be on the move for the Cards. Dustin May is a name.
Yeah, true for the Cards.
Yeah. Red Sox are looking for a shortstop, and so C.J. Abrams' name is out there.
Okay.
For the Nats. That would be a surprising one if they move him, but
He's killing it, though.
Freddie Peralta for the Mets. The Mets got him, signed him to a big contract, and he has struggled with the Mets. He even admitted as much this past week. Made some kind of statement like basically I've let him down or something. So he's one, but again, he used to be with the Brewers, so there's rumors that they could bring him back. Zach Neto, Angels shortstop, reportedly to the Rays. Again, we mentioned May. There's some others, we'll see. I mean, Skubal and Miller are the big names out there, and those names can move the needle. But usually, it's going to be for those contenders. It's maybe not a big name that can put them over the top.
Right? Yeah, it can just be that extra piece.
To your point, if you're the Brewers and you get Skubal, or if you get Peralta and something else, I mean, there's just a lot. That could shift between now and August the 3rd.
Yeah.
And so we'll see what happens. But when we record next week, when we get back together and air next week's episode, things will be different, and we can report and see
and we will
who's traded and who's not traded. It's tough. We were talked about giving like predictions, but it's just really
it's
we
hard.
have no idea.
We don't.
We
just say things and we hope they come to pass.
Well, we'll just wait and see. I mean, because you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. There's moves that might pop up that
no one saw coming.
The insiders don't even know about. Yeah. So all we know is the trade deadline is here, and it's going to affect the rest of the season, and we'll see who goes all in for this last push of the season, and who's selling and preparing for the future. So
probably the Cardinals, but
probably the Cardinals. All right. Anything else on trade deadline and the season? And
no, I just don't need to see another pitcher go to the Brewers because, like, even Mason Miller with Mizorowski is still like.
Well, that's a closer, so it'd be a different thing. But
well, it wouldn't be in like one game, but yeah, like even just them both being in a rotation would be.
Well, again, he wouldn't be in a rotation. He'd be in the sense that he'd be pitching every fifth day. So it wouldn't be a matter of like in a playoff series, you would be guaranteed to face if you had Skubal and then Mizorowski. You would only be facing Miller if the game was on the line at the end.
Right, true.
So a little bit different, but it would still be again whoever gets him if he's traded, it would be it's a big piece. So
huge.
We'll have to see how it plays out. All right, let's do some devotion before we get out of here. What are we covering tonight?
We're talking about Gunnar Henderson. The book we're reading is what it's always been. 1 minute sports devotions for young baseball players. There. So, it's titled Unashamed of the Gospel. Romans 1:16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes. First the Jew, then the Gentile. Most rookies earn respect first and speak up later, but Gunnar Henderson didn't wait. From the moment he hit the big leagues, he was never afraid to share his faith. By 2023, the 21-year-old Gunnar had become the offensive spark for one of MLB's youngest rosters. That season, he launched 28 home runs and helped Baltimore finish with the second-best record in baseball. He also set an Orioles rookie record for 66 extra base hits. To cap it all off, he was named American League Rookie of the Year. When Gunnar accepted the award, he didn't start with baseball or the usual thank yous. He said, "First, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, I wouldn't be here tonight." On a national stage, Gunnar didn't shrink back or soften the message. He used the moment to make Jesus known. After seeing other MLB teams host Christian events for their fans, Gunnar led the charge to bring one to Baltimore. In 2024, he helped launch the Orioles' first ever Faith Night. Thousands of fans stayed after a home game to hear the testimonies of 6 players, including Gunnar. When asked about the event, Gunnar said, "It's important to me to just express our love for God," he added. Being able to show that and bring somebody else who might not know who he is important. Sometimes we think we need to have lots of Bible verses memorized or be spiritually mature before we can share the gospel. But Romans 1:16 tells us something different. What gives the gospel power isn't the words we use to share it, but it's the strength that comes from who Jesus is and what he did for us. Gunnar didn't wait until he was older or had a long-standing reputation to share his faith. He trusted God to use him right where he was. If you've put your faith in Jesus, you're qualified to talk about him too. Just be willing to share the good news, and God will do the rest. What's one way you could be bold for Jesus this week? Could you invite a friend to your youth group or share faith with a teammate? So that's our devotion for young baseball players for this week. Gunnar Henderson, share your faith publicly. That's kind of the main. Don't wait until you have this whole thing built, but keep it honest the whole time. Just share your faith straight out. That's kind of what it's saying. So that's our devotion.
Okay. Good deal. Hope we registered with you. And again, we just encourage you to do that and answer that question. What's one way that you can share your faith this week?
Right.
Want to pray for us and we'll get out of here?
Let's do it. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you just for the podcast you've blessed us with and the platform that you've also blessed us with. Lord, I pray that you would bless anyone watching this, Lord. I pray that what we say would minister to them and register with them, Lord, that we would continue to minister and help guide the viewers through their faith. Lord, I pray that we would just be open with our faith and not back down. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. See you guys on the next one.
See you.